Welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Thank you for joining me. Now, this picture here may be a bit graphic for some, and YouTube may end up pulling this video down, and that's fine if they do. I'm not even going to monetize this video because I just don't care. But this is the scene that officer I mentioned in yesterday's video came across. If I remember correctly, since then I've learned that he is I believe, a retired police officer who is responding to the area because his son called and said there was a shooting at his store, or right outside his store. The son was taking people to hide them so they wouldn't get killed by this deranged shooter, which I have more information on. We'll talk about that later in this video. But this is the scene he came upon. Not only can you obviously tell the complete carnage that was left in the wake of the shooting, and the trauma that the people that were targeted in the shooting, who were either running for their lives or lost their lives, had to have gone through in those moments. But also the trauma of the first responders. This man literally, as you see in the comment there, he turned a woman over, and she had no face. Her crime? Going shopping on a Saturday afternoon. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about this? This can't happen every single day and us do nothing. And I know, like I've said before, this is America, the only country in the world who won't lift a damn finger to solve this problem and then say we've done everything we can. Like I said in yesterday's video, this is supposed to be America. The America I grew up in. The America I grew up in could fix anything. We went to the freaking moon, for Christ's sake. On less technology than sits in your stupid little phone. We should be able to fix anything. But we refuse to lift even a damn finger to help stop this from happening again. What, the Texas House passed a bill to raise the age on owning a gun to 21 from 18? Oh yeah, that does so much. But it is sad to me to see that the Texas House is more willing to try and do something than the federal freaking government. We are no more than a failed state by allowing this to continue. One of the things a successful state has to do is provide protection and safety of its people, and America cannot. You can't go to school, you can't go to a festival, you can't go to a mall or a church or a grocery store. You can't even go watch a freaking movie without scenes like this happening around you. This right here is exactly why I didn't go to the Pride Festival in Norman, Oklahoma this year. Because I was terrified something like this was going to pop off. Now, as for the shooter, I won't give you his name because his name doesn't matter. I will give you a few descriptors. He was a Nazi. He was Hispanic, and he bought his guns illegally. He had a Russian social media platform that he posted a lot of his stuff on so it wouldn't get flagged here in the States. Elon Musk was asking on Twitter, well, how do we know it's really his? Well, the Russians would have really had to go back and really have planned this out really good, because he posted pictures of the mall from almost a month ago before he went to it. He took pictures of his guns. He took pictures of the mall. Took pictures of the signs that said, that showed when the most people usually use the mall, right? Based on, I guess, an internet search. Posted all this shit about 3 to 4 weeks ago. So he's not some Russian plant, right? This profile wasn't planted by Vladimir Putin. That's just all BS. All it is the right wing trying to get you to take your eyes off of what actually happened, what this guy actually was. He wore an insignia, RWDS, Right Wing Death Squad, is what the Southern Poverty Law Center says that stands for. It's something worn by a number of right wingers, even some of the Proud Boys. Now, the only thing I'm not sure about are the pictures that I've seen supposedly coming from his Russian social media that showed him having a swastika on the left side of his chest and an SS tattoo on his arm. Because those pictures could have been easily photoshopped, and I don't know. Right? But somebody asked me yesterday, or I saw a question asked anyway on Twitter. He's Hispanic. How can he be a white supremacist? Really? Really, that's the question we're going to ask? All right, well, let's go there. Early on in Hitler's regime, there were Jewish people, scientists and stuff, who worked with Hitler and the Nazi regime. Wasn't a lot of them, but there were a number of them. Because there was that thought that, oh, if I just get them to like me, they'll pick me. But that's not how it works. That's just not how it works. There are certain people they will never choose. The right wing will never choose somebody that's in the end not white. They'll never accept it. At least the extreme right. There are leaders within the Proud Boys that are of Hispanic origin or ethnicity. But do you think they'll hang around, or they'll be kept around when things go down? No. It's just how it works. In the end, they will get you one way or the other. Yeah, they'll placate you all the way along, and then once they're done with you, you're out. Once you've been able to serve as a little patsy for them that made their hate okay, once that happens, they're done with you. Now, we don't know for sure if this guy was directly connected to any of these neo-Nazi groups. We don't. We just know that he was approving of them, and according to the one picture, had tattoos that showed his support for the Nazis. But at the heart of it, what matters is the lives of those 8 people that were gunned down. What matters is that we do something to stop the next one. What matters is that we do something so these people didn't die in vain. What we do is finally wake up here in America and fight for the existence of every American. No American should be losing their lives because some radical nut job jumps out of his car with an AR-15 and starts blowing people's faces off. Many people out there are like, well, it'll never happen to me. It could. And all of a sudden you'll care. Like after the Vegas shooting. There was a country singer on stage when that shooting took place. And all of a sudden people in his band all of a sudden went from being adamant Second Amendment, gun-toting, rednecks to supporting doing something. And don't we owe it to our fellow countrymen and women to do something about it? Don't we owe it to the children that are being gunned down in their schools, that are being gunned down while shopping with their parents on a nice Saturday afternoon? At the end of the day, I don't know why I still cover these. I don't understand how I keep covering these. Not only is my willingness to do this kind of gone at this point, but also I feel like I'm just I'm preaching to the choir. I feel like I'm just talking into the ether, like it doesn't freaking matter. More children are dead. When will we start putting children's lives above the rights of people that want to own an AR-15? The AR-15 and any other assault rifle like it should have been done away with years ago. It should have been banned yesterday. It should have been banned after Uvalde. It should have been banned after Las Vegas. It should have been banned after Santa Fe. It should have been banned after Parkland. We should have done more about gun laws after Columbine to begin with. After we put 20 American children in coffins and buried them. At Sandy Hook due to an AR-15 style weapon. We should have done something. So how about we do something? How about you quit taking money from the NRA? I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. I don't care who you are. Stop taking their fucking money. Stop supporting them. Stop using their BS talking points that don't freaking matter. How about we actually take the time to craft legislation to protect our children from what's actually hurting children? It's not trans people. It's not drag queens. It's not gay people. It's guns. The number one cause of death of children today is guns. Not car wrecks, Not leukemia, not cancer of any kind. Not RSV, not heart abnormalities, not anything. It's guns. But we won't do jack diddly squat, will we? No. People will be all up in arms right now. We'll forget about it in about 7 days, and then on the 10th day, there'll be another fucking shooting. And we'll have lost another 3 to however many more children, and whoever knows how many more adults. We won't do jack diddly squat because we don't care. At the end of the day, America doesn't care. America doesn't care about you. They don't care about your children. They don't care about anything. The American government cares about as much about you as they would a pile of dog shit. Because if they cared about you, if they cared about your children, they would do something about this. We wouldn't see these shootings every single week. The number one threat to this country is right-wing extremism, better known as the neo-Nazis. That is the number one threat to this country today. And we let them own firearms. We let them buy firearms. We let them own weapons of war and let them walk around our streets with them. We let them gun down the children and teachers and clergy and people just going to church to pray. And we do nothing. I'll tell you this right now. In 2024, if you want to see this, any of this go away and be stopped, show up in groves to the polls. Give us a Democratic president. Give us a Democratic Congress with no way to filibuster. Give us an actual 60 Democrat majority in the Senate and an over resounding victory in the House, and see if they get something done about this. And then when they don't, because I seriously doubt Democrats will do it either, when they don't, then you can sit there and be like both parties are the same. I've seen multiple times where Democrats have tried to help put an end to this. I don't trust them to do it now. But it's our only hope. More Republicans just means more guns on the streets, more weapons of war shooting the face off the children of our country. And if I seem angry, if I seem disgusted, I am. I have grown to hate this country with so much, disdain because of what we allow happen to our children. I'm not even a parent, and I'm absolutely terrified for other people's kids. I'm absolutely terrified to send my wife out to work every day. I'm terrified to even go out and enjoy an evening. Not because I might die in the process, but that I might live afterwards. Think of the trauma this causes all the people that are witness to or a part of. Even if they survive the shooting, their minds are forever screwed up. I don't know anymore. I don't know what the answer is. But I know the answer can't be more of the same bullshit. I know the answer can't be, well, we've done all we can when we haven't lifted a damn finger. That could have just as easily been your child, your wife, your husband, your brother, your sister, mother, father. And if you're one of those people out there saying there's nothing we can do about it, then you are part of the problem. I don't know what else to say. Good luck.